Hello friends, and welcome back to the Windwalker Bee Yard. Today is May 12th, and we will be checking our split that we made 6 weeks ago now. I've got a honey super ready for them. This on top is right now is only hiding a feeder that I have in there. But in the last 6 weeks, I was worried that the population of bees in this hive would dwindle because it was a walkaway split, meaning I didn't give them a queen. They had queen cells, and I left it up to them basically to raise their own new queen, which is what bees do in the wild. So I didn't think they'd have any trouble with it. And in the last week, the amount of bees you see on the front of this hive, now when it gets later in the day, this whole front of this hive will be covered in bees. So I know that their population has exploded, and they might even be running out of room inside the hive. So that's why I got the honey super ready for them. But we need to, that was a leap, it scared me. We need to check and make sure they're doing okay. Hopefully I'll see their new queen. And if they're definitely out of room and busted at the seams, we'll go ahead and put that honey super on there. So let me get suited up, get the smoker lit, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Ow!
You alright?
Ow! Oh, my hair's caught in it. When I did my intro, I forgot to mention this pretty new fence. And you know, they got it all done without even moving Hive 1. So, still want to keep the bees. This week I'm not using the camera shroud. My craft skills aren't great, and I was just trying to tape it on there, and I feel like it would end up falling in the way of the camera lens. So it is a little cloudy today. I kept waiting for the weather to kind of break. And it isn't really cooperating. It's not rainy, but this is one of the things that can agitate the bees a little bit. I'll smoke them up real good. Now, pretty much the only thing I need to know when I'm in the hive today is how well they've built everything out in this box And do we have a queen? I don't even really need to see the queen, but I need to see evidence of the queen. So right off the bat, we have nectar on the last frame and comb being built. I'm going to go ahead and remove these beetle traps so I don't spill oil everywhere. Got nectar in here. And comb being built on this frame. Which again, since it's the last frame against the edge of the box, it's telling me they built out everything else. Yep. Nectar again. Not fully built. I was kind of thinking from the amount of bees I see on the outside of this hive at night, these bees are actually busting at the seams. Fairly good job building comb. This frame's got a lot of pollen in it. A little crazy comb here going on. We've got the beetle traps I put in there in the bottom, pushed up against the hive entrance almost. So I'm gonna just reposition these a little bit. And figure out that later. That might be evidence that it was working. Other evidence that something's working is the general lack of hive beetles. Alright, it has been 6 weeks since this hive has been open. Which means we did a walk-away split. We put some larvae and some queen cells and a bunch of bees in here and walked away from it. Which means some of that larva hatched into these bees Hopefully that queen cell hatched into a queen. I'm thinking by the presence of this capped brood here, that is strong evidence that we have a queen. I do not like this crazy comb. This is comb from the original feral hive. And the only way I can get rid of that is by letting this brood hatch out in a box that has a queen excluder on it. And then taking it away and giving them something else back. I'm still seeing cap brood. It's drone brood. And since we've got this crazy comb situation, it's a place the queen could hide from me. Trying to keep them from clustering up here on top. Give me a place to put the hive tool without worrying about killing anyone. Alright, I'm less worried about them running out of space now, because they have not built this comb out. There is a bee just coming out. Hold real still for a minute. There's a new worker bee just emerging. So there's no way. It only takes... I'll put the correct number on the screen. It only takes about 21 days, I think, from egg to hatch. So that means she would have been that egg would have been laid 3 weeks after I made the split. It takes, you figure, at least 7 days for a mating flight to happen. And from the amount of bees, I'm thinking we had a queen hatch out and get mated very soon after I made the split. There's another one just peeking her way out. There's another one. I don't see fresh eggs. I see a lot of nectar, a lot of pollen. Oh, there we go. There's some C-shaped larvae. I can tell just because it forms a little letter C in the bottom of the cup as they start to grow. And they're C-shaped until they straighten out and wind up becoming pupa when their heads will face upwards. And they put themselves in a little cocoon, and the other bees cap them over for the final stage of their development. There's a girl just peeking out. Come on out. Oh, my fingers are getting tired of holding the frame like this. Let's see the one on the other side. How's she going? Whoop. She get out while we were tucking the other way? Come on out. Alright, I'm not going to bother anymore because she might need to get some dinner before she finishes coming out all the way. I don't want to interfere with the process. She'll be out in a few minutes. I'm very confident that we have a mated and laying queen in here. A little capped honey in the corner. A lot of pollen. There's a little C-shaped brood right there. More C-shaped brood down here. I wish the sun was out. I'd be a little more confident I'd be seeing some eggs. Again, a good brood pattern. Very, very tiny C-shapes. There's a little older larva. Another frame full of brood. So we know she's in here. I had this frame mark with an H, which means when I put it in here, it was honey. Let's get rid of this varroa strip. This does not need to be here anymore. Oh, don't fall in there. I've not seen a hive beetle yet, which tells me my murder sauce is working. This is original formula murder sauce. Had some oil traps up top too. And I put that Scott's Grub X on the ground, so kind of had a triple threat to the triple threat going on to the beetles. Wow, yet another frame of brood, fresh brood. This queen is busy. So I'm thinking, even though they haven't really finished building this out completely, I might put that super on here just to give them a little bit of extra room in the box. These bees, all this brood on here, they're going to get overcrowded quickly. Accidentally. Let's see all that fresh larva. The 5th frame I've seen larva on, and it's full of brood. So this is a very strong colony now. We just need to figure out where our queen is hiding. I know I've given them quite a bit of smoke today, but you'll notice that they're not dive bombing the GoPro, even though it's not shrouded. So I'm thinking these bees have an excellent temperament. This is foundationless comb, which means this is framed up from the original hive. And what do we have here? An open queen cup. Don't see anything in it. I don't know if it's possible these girls could be thinking about swarming yet. Another open queen cup. Again, full of brood. There's a big old drone with a yellow back. Queen is shy. And so far I've seen brood on almost every frame except those first 3. And this very last one against the wall. So, oh, there's a hive beetle. But there is, oh, I see eggs. First time I've definitely seen eggs. Little tiny grains of rice down in there. Does that mean she's on this frame? I see drones. What you guys doing there? Huh? Well, I don't want to dally too long looking for the queen. I definitely know she's there. I see eggs. Definitely there. Could be hanging out on the wall of the box inside. So I'm not going to disturb them anymore. I'm looking for the queen. There. couple of drones walking around in there and a couple of beetles. I'm gonna put them over here and they'll figure things out. I'm gonna go ahead just to give them the extra room and put this super on because I think that population is gonna explode in the next week. It's already kind of exploding now. We got good nectar flow in there. They have plenty of nectar in there. I'm not going to put that feeder back on. And we'll go see how Hive 3 is doing. Well, that was exciting to see how well these girls are doing. I decided to end this video here, even though on the day I did this inspection, I went on to Hive 3, and in Hive 3, it almost looks like they're requeening themselves, or they had swarmed before I got there. But I'm gonna go make a whole separate video about that one. So, in the next time I do this hive, which is actually gonna be pretty soon, I might actually add another box to them because they have made so many baby bees that they are, again, look like they're bursting at the seams. I sure hope you like watching these videos as much as I enjoy playing with the bees. If you do, hit that like button and subscribe, and next time we open this up, you'll be able to see what's happened with them. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.